Welcome back to the channel. I'm Angela from the blog Angela Marie Made, and today we are starting back up on our office makeover.
When we first moved into our home, the office area was really awkward. It had two sets of French doors leading into it from the living room, and it was totally open into the dining room. It was also all carpet, which we did replace with laminate flooring before we moved in.
When we first moved in, this space was just one big open area that connected to our dining area, our kitchen, and our living room. And earlier this year, we closed the space off by building our own wall. We had never built a wall before. It was our very first time, and not only did we have to build the one large wall to divide up the space, but we also had to build a mini wall with a little window to separate the space to our living area, and also to be able to allow the light from the windows in this area into our living room so it wasn't dark in that area. After we framed the wall out, we closed the wall up by putting beadboard from floor to ceiling on the one side and painting it a really beautiful gray-green color. And then on the other side of it, the back hallway area that leads to our back door, we closed the wall up there with a vertical shiplap from floor to ceiling as well. After we closed up the walls, we ended up kind of putting this project on pause while we worked on getting our DIY course completed, which launched at the end of the summer. But it is time to finally get started back up on this project, and I can seriously not wait. It has been driving me crazy not having a dedicated office space with storage, especially. I mean, we still have office things in boxes from when we moved last year because we literally had nowhere to put them since there was zero storage in this office space. When your office is a mess and you work from home, it literally drives you crazy, and I feel like it's making me way less productive and stressing me out on a daily basis. So I cannot wait to add a ton of storage in this room. And then the other fun fact about this room is that we're also using it as a playroom. I know that kind of sounds crazy to put your office and your playroom in the same room, but because this space is right off of our main living area, our living room and our kitchen, it's the central part of the home and our kids love playing in here. So we're going to divide the room into these two functional areas. Our office over here behind me, it's going to be a whole built-in office wall, and then on the other side we will create a fun play area with storage for the kids so that it can be a multifunctional space and we can really make it work for us, since this is the only bonus space that we have in our home. So today, in part one of this office makeover, I'm excited to share the overall plan and vision for this space, as well as a fun adventure that Brandon and I went on to find a really cool thrift find that's going to be awesome in this space that we're going to give a makeover to. And we're also just going to get started on prepping the space and our first project for the room makeover. All right, let's get started.
At the end of the summer, Brandon and I decided to go thrifting for some cabinets so that we could use them as built-ins for our office makeover, so we didn't have to build a bunch of cabinets from scratch. We came across the most amazing find, 5 IKEA PAX cabinets. I knew exactly what they were instantly when I saw them, and I got incredibly excited because they were only $50 each, they were already assembled, and they all had multiple shelves and baskets in them. The retail value alone for just one of these brand new is $130, and then with all of the shelves, rails, and baskets, it's at least another few $100s in value. Plus, it's just a huge time savings not having to build something of this size and with all these shelves. Some of the cabinets were in great shape though, so we bought the 2 best ones, placed them on hold, and we drove straight to Home Depot to rent a truck to transport them home, since they are huge and wouldn't fit in our car. Thankfully, they fit in the truck rental because this rental is only $19 for a 75-minute rental.
We are on the highway. I'm a little nervous because these cabinets are not strapped down. We did not bring any bungee cords or strings, and I'm so nervous. So we're about to go up a bridge. I'm freaking out here. Okay, we made it safely over the bridge. We're almost home. We're trying to do this super fast because this Home Depot rental is like $20 for the first 75 minutes, and then it goes up to $93 after that. So we're trying to be super fast. So it's like a good deal still, and we don't have to pay extra.
Luckily, we were able to get the cabinets dropped off at home and the truck rental returned within just 3 minutes of the 75-minute rental period. Here is the office makeover plans now that we have these awesome cabinets to work with. Originally, I wanted to put built-in cabinets on our new beadboard wall, and we even paid an electrician to add 8 wall outlets on it so that we could do this. But due to the size of these 2 huge IKEA PAX cabinets, we have to do the built-ins centered on the opposite wall, and I think it's going to balance the room out better this way as well. We also need to build 2 new large doors for each of them. To maximize every square inch of this wall and make it work for 2 people and our storage needs, we're going to place a built-in desk on each side of the 2 IKEA cabinets. And then we are also going to place a floating shelf and an upper cabinet above each desk. I'd like to add some cute wall sconces above the desks too. This project is going to be the largest built-in project that we have ever tackled. With all of the toys cleared out of the room, we are just prepping this space for starting the built-ins by removing the baseboard. Have the 2 IKEA cabinets set up in our garage, and they are tall. We can't even bring our garage all the way up because it would hit the top of them. But the next step with them is going to be cleaning them up and prepping them to bring them into our office before we can create them as built-ins. Once we do that and get them installed, then we can go ahead and build and install our upper cabinet boxes. We're going to be doing all of this in part 2, so make sure that you're subscribed and turn those notifications on so you don't miss any of these fun projects that are coming up. Thank you so much for watching.